Okay, you all, I am live. So, hello, 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 everyone coming in. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let me close this up and come in, hit that like and share button. Listen, I'm here to show you. And my daughter had this on. She did my sleeves a little different. But listen, I'm here to show you how to make more money from the money that you're already making. If you don't have any money, you need more money, how to make more money, right? Listen, being debt free is a myth. Why do you say that, Queen? Why is being debt free a myth? Because you'll always have recurring expenses. You'll always have recurring expenses. You always have utility bills. You always have light bills, right? If you get anything financed, your biggest purchase in your life is usually your your house. If you want to be a home buyer, some people said stop saying home owner because many people never get to that point where they actually own a house, right? That's where we get the French word mortgage from, which means mortier, which is like a uh, you know, death certificate, right? Mortician, morticianist from a funeral home. So let's talk about this. As Texas gas rates are set to be at an all-time high in Georgia, right? In Georgia, what's going on right now is they're saying two bedroom, two bath apartments are reaching $1,600 a month, and you must have $5,000. So if the mortgage, for example, is $1,600 a month, then you must have three times that amount of provable income in order to get qualified. So on average, at least 5,000 a month of provable income. So it's just not going provided off of whatever your credit score is. You must have the cash flow to match it. And you all know, right? If you follow me for any amount of time, I've been forewarning people over the last, I would say, 2 years that a depression, not a recession, is coming, and that you need to prepare. And that in any way, if you can increase the money that you're already making, if you can get more money out of your paycheck from the money that you're already making, or if you're a small business owner, 82% of small businesses fail because they have a negative cash flow problem. And negative cash flows happen when people start scaling back because of the price of inflation, right? They cut back on what they thought were their essential items, because they have to find a way to keep up with the cost of businesses. So you have more and more small businesses that die out while big corporate businesses continue to rise, like Home Depot, like Lowe's, like the big grocery store chains, as they take out the smaller businesses and the smaller chain operations. So come in, let me show you, right? Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, as Snoop Dogg used to say in his song, right? How to make more of the money that you already have. Also, we're going to talk about what are big institutional banks buying right now. What three main cryptocurrencies are they buying? I don't have that in the caption, but I do want to share that. What are the three main banks what are the big institutional investors, the three main crypto? And this is the thing, people. Did you know, for example, and this is not financial advice, I don't give financial advice. This is financial education, financial intelligence. But did you know, as you all come in, make sure you hit that thumbs up, right? If you love the information. And let's say you didn't like the information for whatever reason, you didn't like the information. I want you to hit the thumbs down. But this is the thing. I want you to hit the thumbs down 2 times. Smash that thumbs down twice. Hit the thumbs down 2 times, and maybe you'll get the message behind that, right? So if you like the information, come in, just take a second. Sharing is caring. Hit that thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down 2 times and hit the thumbs up once, right? So come on in, hit that like and share button. And I shared a video today. Hello, everyone. Lee Brown, aka Les Brown, Lavana. Let me give you all in on this 5 minutes of fame. Now, Kira is in for the second time with me today. I gotta fix this because my daughter wearing it, and she kind of messed up my sleeves there. So you all, let's talk about this. Let's talk about our currency system changing. And guess what? We're not out the park yet when it relates to the C word. It is back. They're reporting that it is back in North Korea. So I know many people thought that we were out of the woods with that. But, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that Shemitah, the Shemitah era, and I will never forget this Shemitah because it ends on my birthday on September 26th this year. So what Shemitah year is that year time frame. It began in September of 2021. And biblically, Shemitah year is that 1 year time frame that it gives people for the preparation of a recession or depression, right? It's actually like in the Bible, it says that the slaves will work for 6 years, or the servants rather, right? People say servants, and they will work for 6 years, and then in the 7th year, it will go into famine, and it will go into a recession, aka depression. And so we are in that year time frame right now that will transition into the depression. And Shemitah years, that 1 year that all the transaction takes place to build up to this. And that is dated for September the 26th. So this definitely will be a birthday that I will remember because 9/26 is my birthday as well. So let's dive right into this. North Korea reports a increase in the Rona. I don't like saying that, but I already have it in my title. But usually, my notifications don't get sent out to my viewers that I'm live, whenever, especially on YouTube, whenever I report this. So you all really hit the thumbs up to get this information out, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or you're watching me on Twitter. And so North Korea reports another jump in suspected C-19 cases. And on Wednesday reported, people look at the numbers, 232,880. This is far, far from over. And so this is what I'm telling people right now. This is a great time to own and operate a home-based business that focuses on cash flow and implementing the tax advantages that you need. This is the key to one of the biggest, not only getting money back to you that you're spending out, right? But you don't have to pay a rent. Listen, if you're already paying rent for where you live, whether it be a house, an apartment, or a condo, then you can double dip and not pay rent to operate a business out of. So through a home-based business, you get big tax benefits. And your house is pretty much the principal place of business. So having a home-based business, or the home-based business that I'm connected with, it allows you to convert thousands of dollars worth of normal, non-deductible, personal, notice I said personal expenses, into tax deductible business expenses. So what that means in layman's term is things that you're spending money on anyway. It's called income shifting. You get the government now to pay you for things that you were spending on anyway, like your cell phone, your gas, as high as gas is, your mileage for traveling, your internet, certain square footage or wherever you live. This is things you're paying anyway. Yes, listen, people, your rent can be deductible. Your heating, your air conditioning, your electricity, your natural gas, your oil, your water, your sewer, your trash collection, your recycling fees. And that you all know this, Even your HOA fees, if you are a home buyer, your HOA fees, dues, your house cleaning, your painting, your security systems. This is why it makes sense. CENTS, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. No matter if you are an employee or you're a small business owner, to have your home based business, your home repairs, right? See, because now you are operating a business through a network marketing company through your house. So Congress has approved major tax deductions for specifically for people that have a home-based business, right? Thank you, Bernicia. Bernicia always plays with me. I like when Bernicia brings a different type of energy to my live stream. So me and Bernicia always talk. And so because home-based business stimulates and it supports the American economy. And if you notice, our economy is way, way down. The economy is way, way down. So the tax benefits of a home-based business, right? It keeps getting better and better because if you don't have a home-based business, people, you're losing out on all huge tax deductions. The very first thing I believe in investing is getting the money back that you're spending. Because the IRS is very, very specific about what qualifies you for a home based business. You work your business on a regular, consistent basis. You just have to try to produce a profit. You don't have to produce a profit. Long as for 3 years, you can, be write off negative expenses that you're paying anyway, just because you are building in attempt to build. So you have a 3-year window, right, to just write off expenses on things you're doing anyway, because you're trying to produce a profit, and you got to keep good records. And this is what we do. Home-based business tax deductions have helped people cut their taxes, people. Whether you are watching this live right now or in the replay, I want you to type this in the comment because I'm very big on people making a mind-money connection. A home-based business, I'm going to look right in the camera, help people cut their expenses 30 to 50%. I don't think you know what that means. That means that's 30 to 50% of the money that you're spending out comes back to you and your household. So the amount of savings can help people not file bankruptcy, can help people get more of the money back that they're spending already. And if you earn a paycheck through a traditional job, you can reduce your federal taxes taken out. And if you're a traditional business owner, you can reduce your cash flow because 80% of traditional business owners have to close the doors because of a cash flow problem. So you can avoid foreclosure, you can avoid bankruptcy, and you don't have to have a big upfront capital investment that it costs to do your own traditional business because you're already living out of the place that you're doing business out of. So now we have C-19 coming back on the scene, 232,880 new cases of fever. Another 6 deaths has been recorded in North Korea, right? And now the discussion of coming back of, people that got the jab or didn't get the jab, right? I'm not even going to go into that. But they're saying that, late fevers are being reported in April. More than 1 million people recovered, but at least 691,000 remain. People listen at this. 691,000 people remain in quarantine. In North Korea right now. That's happening right now. Right? And don't think that, on top of this, you got gas prices at a record high. Yeah, gas prices at a record high. Let me let you listen in on this 2 minute clip, right? About gas prices being not, I mean, I know you know, because all of us go to the gas pump at least 2 or 3 times a week. But I'm just going to remind you why you need to get in something that's going to help you make more money on top of the money that you're already making. One source of income, people, is very dangerous to your wealth. One source of income is very dangerous to. So let's listen in on this.
If you haven't noticed, and I don't know how, I'm painfully aware of how high gas prices are right now.
Yeah, things are as bad as they've been in a long time, and of course, right before Memorial Day weekend. Doug Reardon has more.
Yeah, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no relief is coming before that Memorial Day weekend travel. Look what we found here in Grand Rapids. $4.59, that is 6 cents above the national average. And we're not picking on this gas station. I actually passed 4 on my way into work, and every single one of them was at $4.59 a gallon. So we talked to an expert gas analyst today who told us this massive price surge that we've been seeing lately really has a lot to do with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Do you think that as long as this conflict in Ukraine goes on, gas prices will continue to be this unreliable or this high?
Yes, I think as long as Russia is continuing its invasion of Ukraine, gas prices will remain quite elevated.
Now well into its 3rd month, Gas Buddy analyst Patrick DeHaan says the conflict in Ukraine is still affecting gas prices here in America. Throw in possible European sanctions on Russian gas and China reopening many of its major cities, and you've got yourself a serious supply and demand issue. But
Americans, in fact, according to Gas Buddy data, are filling up more, even with higher prices.
You've still got to get where you're going, right? And in 2 weeks, 1 million Michiganders will be going somewhere for Memorial Day weekend, according to AAA. But will people see any relief by then, or could it get even worse by then?
Short answer, it's not guaranteed, but I would kind of guess that we could see another jump, maybe to $4.69 before Memorial Day.
Because 16 states that actually makes money from higher prices at the pump.
Wow, so they're saying Michigan's actually one out of 16 states that makes more money from the gas prices at the pump. People still, I guess, are going to travel for Memorial Day. So listen, if you're going to travel for the Memorial Day, even family trips through this home-based business, that's why I have Rich on the screen, may be tax deductible if you plan them correctly. So when you know the rules, you can combine business with pleasure. I know you've been hearing business does not mix with pleasure, but when you are under this home-based business, it does. 100% of your travel costs, 100% of your hotel, right? 100% of your ground transportation, 100% of tips and gratuities, and 50% of your meals as business expenses. See, these are things you cannot do if you have a traditional business, right? This is why the home-based business, text Rich on the stream, makes sense, CENTS. So even if your time is spent playing and sightseeing and seeing your family, to qualify for these deductions, half of that trip, just half of it, your days away from home, you need to qualify as business days. So what is a business day? Business days are days, travel days that usually count as business days that you attend a pre-scheduled meeting. For example, my daughter and I went to Los Angeles Lakers game, and someone from LA followed me. Los Angeles follows me, and I set up a pre-scheduled consultation with him about the home-based business and the credit repair services that it offers as well, to make that a tax-deductible trip as we enjoy the Los Angeles Lakers. These are things that you do. You schedule business consultation. They don't have to make up 100%, right, of the business trip. Again, you all hit that thumbs up button, because when I give information like this, it doesn't alert people that I'm live streaming, even if you're watching this on a replay, so people can get this vital information before we're headed into the depression. If you're on Facebook, hit the thumbs button, even on Facebook. And so I know you all know that I came before you when cryptocurrency had its crash last week. But guess what? Stock markets crashed as well. The world's richest family, according to Bloomberg, lost $19 billion and Walmart wipeout. So the Walton family fortune tumbled to $19 billion. Listen, if that's how much they lost, how much you think they have? Right? Almost $19 billion on Tuesday as they slashed its profit outlook. And so if they lost that money, people, where do you think they're going to get it back from? Consumer pricing. There's no more dollar stores. There's no more Dollar Generals. There's no more dollar deals. It's $1 and some change due to inflation. Right? So let's look at the cryptocurrency market again. I'm not going to stay on here long. I actually have, I got my braids back in and my hair was wet. And I went out, and even though it was hot outside, my hair was still wet to make my appointment. And I feel a little snuffy of going outside with wet hair, but I was ready to get my braids back in. So this is not going to be a long live stream, right? I'm going to take me some Alka-Seltzer and probably watch some NBA basketball and take it to the bed, right? But people, there are still people that's waiting on that IRS tax refund. You can get a tax refund every pay period out of your paycheck and grow the money again that you're already making through this home-based business. If growing the money that you're already making interests you and you're serious-minded and you want to get rich in a recession, see, it's only going to be 3 outcomes. You're going to have more people because recession makes certain people rich that makes the right moves, and it makes certain people poor, right? I tell you 4 moves. Truth Seek says, get some rest. I definitely will. Thank you. I got like 8 minutes. I'm at 22 minutes more. Thank you so much for caring, right? But what this does, and you see text crypto at the bottom, I give you 4 moves to get richer in this recession, right? First, it starts if you're an employee, getting the money back that you're spending out of your paycheck in federal taxes. On average, everyone that's joined me on average has been able to get at minimum $300. I'm not saying it's for all people. On the average, $300, a married couple, all the way to $1,400 has been the highest. Money that they were spending out in federal taxes that they didn't know. That by joining the home-based business, it will give them, reduce their tax liability on their paycheck. So increase your income. If you're a small business owner, increase your cash flow. That's move number 2, because this is chess, not checkers. Thank you, Dr. Forms. I will. I'm not going to be long. This is chess, right? Not checkers. The king is the most important piece on the chessboard, but the queen is the most powerful. So if you are a traditional business owner, and if you're an employee, we help you build more cash flow. Passive income. Listen, you have residual bills. Why not have residual incomes? Your income should not be linear. Meaning you should not get paid once a week, bi-weekly, or once a month. I made a video that on average people are bringing in $3,200 a pay period, and some people commented on that video and said, oh no one is making $3,200 a month. I said, I pardon you. I'm in the education arena. I used to teach and coach girls basketball. I just ended that in January of this year. And I know school teachers in the public schools, they get paid once a month. And they're getting paid either below $3,200 a month or $3,200 a month or a little bit above. So if you think there's no one in America, no person in America that's getting paid $3,200 a month a pay period, and you have not looked into the public school system, and it's probably people in America making less than that if they're an hourly employee. So what passive residual income model that this home-based business does is it leverages other people and other people's time and their talent and their gift to assist and help you make money, where you can make money in your sleep and not always on your feet. And also, if you don't have a home-based business, people, you're paying way too much in taxes. See, the thing you got to do with your money, first of all, you got to get a control of it. You got to manage money the right way. You got to reduce things that you don't need. And so this home-based business also have bill negotiation where they reduce the bills that you have without having you to switch services, meaning that you don't have to switch from Comcast to DirecTV or DirecTV to Dish or switch from Verizon to AT&T, things like that, where you stay on contract for a couple of months and then you switch somewhere else and you're starting all over again and rebooting your cell phone and maybe losing contacts and all of that. If you like, and now you got to pick up a part in your house, apartment, or condo, a spot to, make a cell phone on. Maybe you went to T-Mobile. See, budgeting and getting lesser value for lesser money is not always a good idea. Because you may switch, and this is no knock against T-Mobile. I never had T-Mobile. T-Mobile, for some people, may offer excellent services. This is just an example of what I'm making, right? Because my daughter works in the cellular phone business, and she often tells me that people that have T-Mobile plans have the lower credit scores, right? And so the service is not just quality. You don't get good services in our areas. So this is not a knock against T-Mobile, right? You may be in a state that T-Mobile's get excellent service, but what I'm saying is sometimes people compromise excellent service just for a lower fee. What good is having a lower cell phone bill if you can't make a phone call any and everywhere that you need to make a phone call? So that's my point. So for some people, they need jobs. They need a job. Because the Bible says, if you don't work, a man don't work, he don't eat. And having extra cash flow and growing the money that they're already making is not ideal for some people. Some people need one job and they may need to follow Dave Ramsey blueprint of getting two jobs. Now, I don't recommend two jobs because if you're one person with two jobs, you're going to be taxed as two people, which means more of that hard-earned money that you're making is going to be taken away in taxes. But if you don't have a mindset, right, to benefit of having a home-based business, then maybe two jobs are for you. I had someone make a comment on one of my Facebook posts that, oh no, people don't need to start a home-based business. They just need to get a second job. They can work their first job from 9 to 5. And then I think they said the second job from 6 to midnight. And I'm like, well, when do you think that person's going to sleep? And I know you might be saying, well, Queen, they can sleep from 1 to 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock if the first job is at 9 o'clock. But let me tell you something that Dick Gregory taught me. People that have sleep deprivation, they make bad financial decisions because they're mentally drained and tired. You don't even have time for your family at that point or time for your marriage to discuss the finances. Because if you're going to work for, let's say, 16 hours out the day, and then you're going to sleep for 8 hours, if you get 8 hours of sleep, because it takes time to wind down, to eat, right? To use the restroom, to make phone call. So you're really not getting the 8 hours of sleep. You don't have time for relationships. And then you cannot get your time back. I tell people all the time, I used to say time is money, but then I learned that time is more valuable than money, because money I can get back. Time I cannot get back. I can't get time back. So I was giving a whole lot of my time, right, before I learned about this home-based business, to get just a little bit of money, especially as a basketball coach. I would be 10, 12-hour days, after school practices to 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, on weekends sometime, and then we'll try to sneak in practice on Sundays if I had game on Mondays. And I couldn't get that time back. So by the time I calculated what I was being paid as a coach, with the hours I was putting in, I was getting paid pennies on a dollar. So it wasn't best use of my time. Right? Bernicia says, I was dating a guy that said if he wanted extra money, he would just work overtime to pay for vacations. Not the man for me. Well, at least he had a mindset to work overtime. You know, you got some men now that just won't put in extra work, you know. But if he would have worked overtime, which you get double taxed on, and had these tax deductions, he could have kept more of the money out of his paycheck. So, Bernicia, if you was interested in him, just go back and tell him, little babe, you know, I appreciate your work ethic, but let's work smarter, right? Because you're working harder. So if you're going to work overtime so we can vacation, let me help you not to get highly taxed out of that overtime. But I also tell him that make sure we have the time to vacation, because if you're working overtime, when are we going to get time to have a vacation, right? So, you know, if there's somebody you're interested in, just present this to them. Because I have 6-figure income earners that join the business, and either they break even with the IRS and taxes, or they get a tax refund. And you don't see that a lot with 6-figure income earners. Usually they're paying back thousands in taxes, right? So Goldman Sachs says a recession could tank the value of the United States dollars. People, we already know this. We already know this. The US dollar is dominant, but for how long? As we're going to have cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies to come in, physical cash will be gone away with, and digital money, which is more cheaper, right? I got you, Bernicia. You don't have the mindset to be an entrepreneur. Okay, well, we're going to move right along. I got you. So this will be done away with digital currency. And this is how the rich will get richer. They don't have to print cotton anymore and waste cotton, the commodity. The dollar is made up of 75% cotton. Now everything will be done digitally. So Goldman Sachs is warning that, you know, the dollar could definitely, the value is already tanking, but no longer in use. And with C19 coming up, right, this Goldman Sachs says United States dollar is highly overvalued. And so people, this is what I'm saying. Put that cash into something that's going to increase its value, like a home-based business, like cryptocurrency. Like if the real estate market crashed, like real estate, right? Silver will be used to reset this currency system. RFID chips will come in, according to Revelation 13, is going to come in. You got certain cryptocurrencies that's going to use, like Louis Vuitton, RFID chips to authenticate that it is true Louis Vuitton. It's not fake, right? You got Tesla vehicles, that's electronic vehicles. Silver is going to be used for that. Calculators, catalytic converters, more phone batteries, because everyone's going to do money and transactions from their phones now. Their money will be digital and not paper. So 5G, Wi-Fi technology, right? The only thing about silver and gold is they don't cash flow. And I often tell people that if silver and gold is God's money, why are you looking to invest in it only to get cash back for it. If you like people, like if I was investing in God's money, I would want to keep God's money. I wouldn't want to convert God's money back for paper money. Because the real reason people are investing in silver and gold is not because it's God's money, even though they say that. It's because they want to get high returns on it and get man's money back in their hands, which is government money. Because as of right now, you can't go in many places and spend silver and gold because silver and gold is in a long-term investment. It's for the long term. It's not just like cryptocurrency is, right? So let's wrap this up. Thank you so much, Truth Seeker. Thank you so much. She says, hit that like button. And again, you all hit the like button once. But if you don't like the information, hit the thumbs down twice. You'll get that message in the by and by. So what are institutional investors betting on? Well, Bitcoin, of course. Solana, people, Sol is like $50 right now. Very good dipping price. And also Ethereum. This article does not say Ethereum, but Ethereum also, right? Also, meme coins, Shiba Inu still have uptrends going on. ApeCoin is at $8, a great entry point, in my opinion, for ApeCoin as well. And so people, from year to date, according to this article, Bitcoin has dropped over 33%. However, the capitalization of cryptocurrency space has dipped 38%, right? But Bitcoin is still at $33,000, right? Just 3 years ago, you could have got in for $3,500. Always, it's not financial advice, definitely not investing advice, but just some financial education and literacy for you. Always invest in the red. Invest in the dip. Cryptocurrency for me is a long-term game. It's not a flip and release. It's just like the way that I look at gold. Gold is generational wealth. Gold is for a king. Silver is for queens. Now, because silver is both a monetary metal and industrial metal, right? I think it's okay to sell your silver for the government's money because it's industrial use, which means it will be used and or whatever. But did you all know that the ancient Egyptians, they value silver more over than gold? I wear silver. Silver and gold has health benefits to wear them as well. So rich and wealthy people usually use them in those ways for better health as well. And it is attraction of wealth, right? So people, I want you to text those numbers in the screen if anything that I said tonight made sense to you. CENTS and SENSE. Because every single day you don't have a home-based business, you are throwing away about $20 in overpaid taxes. On average, most Americans do not complete their W-4 correctly. They're losing about $40 a week, and some $20 a day, which will bring us to $140 a week because taxes are bleeding them to death. They have your money on a chokehold. Those federal taxes out of your paycheck. If you're a traditional business owner and you get taxed at the end of the year, you need cash flow. You need leverage income. That's how the rich and wealthy get rich and wealthy. They don't trade their time for dollars. They don't trade their time for dollars. And they understand the importance of taxes. They understand that the more they give the government, the less they have. And they understand, right, stop the tax bleeding. That's it, Dr. Forms. And they understand that once they do spend their money, why not have a strategy to get their money back? So taxes are bleeding you to death, but you can stop that bleeding now. Rent prices are high by starting a home-based business. Next year, when your tax return begins, right, not one day sooner, you won't be throwing that money out the window, $20 a day or $140 a week. That money comes back to you and your household. and who don't need to make more money on the money that they're already making in this inflation and in this great reset, right? So start your business today, increase your income, your cash flow, your credit scores. So now that you can have even more money to invest in crypto. Because did you all know, for example, Shiba Inu coin, that it only takes $12,000 to invest in SHIB to have about 1 billion SHIB, right? Which means that if SHIB go to $1, people, you are a millionaire. I mean, a billionaire, I'm sorry. $12,000 will purchase you 1 billion worth of SHIB. If SHIB goes to $1, you are a billionaire. But you don't want that investing money wiped out by capital gains taxes. So the home-based business gives you up to 475 tax deductions to protect your investing income and your earned income that you are making right now, whether you're a traditional business owner or a job, an employee. We also have fertilizer, grain shortages, rising food prices. So if you're not maximizing your money right now, people, what are you doing? What signs do you need? A shortage of fertilizer, and Ohio is a water drought. And they're just saying that the Biden administration just continues to look for financial solutions to help agriculture. But the Biden administration has already told us there's going to be a food famine. They've already told us that, right? So text those numbers if you're serious about getting rich in a recession and not poor. Today, if you want to learn crypto investing, it's a crypto university course. That number is strolling down at the bottom, 331-444-5556. We just got an alert today. They give you concierge services of alerts after the experts do all the research. Because I'm a busy woman, right? So I love those alerts. We just received an alert today via the app that they have with the crypto program of what crypto to invest in. Isn't that cool? And they take you through the crypto university course, teach you how to store and back up your crypto so that won't be lost. You don't want to make investments $1,000 and you don't know how to store it, right? Off of the wallets, off of the ledgers. They teach you how to use like pancake swaps, how to set up MetaMask to buy cryptocurrencies that's not on the common exchanges that you may know about. So if you want to get in there, we have a private Facebook group, a private chat, and we have weekly crypto trainings, right? But the rich number, the 254-788-1144, is for those who need to improve their credit, their cash flow, and get back the money that they're spending every day anyway. So now you can have more money to invest. See, you should work harder for your money than your money works for you. Your money should work harder for you than you work for the money. You should not be a slave to your money. Your money should be a slave to you. And we've been taught to play the game the wrong way. So that's the 4 chess moves, the 4 moves you need. That's the playbook, the 4 moves you need to become. That's the playbook millionaire. Get your credit up, get your cash flow up, protect yourself against capital gains taxes because you're going to make millions and billions. Some people may make thousands when you invest in cryptocurrencies. The 4 moves you need to make. The playbook to be a millionaire, a decamillionaire, a multimillionaire. Thank you, Archie. Thank you all as well. I went over my time. Let me take my Alka-Seltzer, go to bed, get this cold out of my system. Thank you all for tuning in. And make sure whatever platform you're watching on, hit that like and share button. You all, Queen out.